Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to High Quality Trades, the channel where I give you my highest quality trade setups in the market. Today, 100% free. Holler at your boy. Okay, if you're new here, this is the channel where we go over the highest quality stocks in the market, meaning only the top stocks with the highest market caps make the cut. So if you're ready to make the highest quality trades of your life, like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. I'm going to be telling a story on this stock today, XOM, which is Exxon Mobil Corporation. We're going to be looking at XOM from a macro perspective. When I first look at a chart, I want to know, what has the stock done over time? Where are the price levels of significance that ultimately can give me some insight on where the stock has been and where it is headed? What I first want to do is place a support and resistance line on the charts. And we're going to start from the highs here back in 2008. So in 2008, we had a big run, basically from the lows here in 2002 up to this level. And then that is when the buyers could no longer push price higher. And therefore, price had to fall to find more buyers. That does mean sellers took over and pushed price downwards and created this downtrend. So it looks like the sellers were able to push price down all the way into July of 2010. So we basically went from, let's say, 2007 to 2010. And then it looks like this area here, buyers stepped back in. Anybody who bought in this level decided to rebuy the stock and then push it higher. So we ended up getting a break of the downtrend here, and then for like 6 months we pushed price higher. So we broke through these resistance levels. 1, 2, 3, and then we were trying to reach new all-time highs, but that's as far as the buyers could push price before the sellers stepped back in, and then we had a little bit of a battle. So sellers pushed price down to our support level here, which is 69. Pushed price back up, tried to break above this $88 level, and with another pushback from the sellers, they ended up pushing price higher, all the way up to new all-time highs back in 2014 of the high of this candle was 104.61. So then it looks like price could not hold above this level. There was still not enough buyers to push price higher. So price does what it does, and it drops to find more buyers. So we then fell back lower and started a new downtrend. So what we had here, what kind of looks to me like a rising wedge, which is a bearish pattern. So price was in this channel for quite some time, and then we broke out to the downside, ultimately creating a new higher low and then a lower low with the lows here back from 2020. Looks like price was able to find buyers in this level. If we just take a consolidation box and we just put it over, there was a lot of buyers from all the way in 1997 to up to 2003, 2004. Lots of buying in this area. So then when price level got back down here, we ended up pushing price back up with a double bottom and then started a new uptrend. Let's go from this low here. We'll drape it across. So this is what we're looking at now. So after this double bottom that we got here, we ended up getting a lot of buying back in the stock. If we just look down here at all this volume, this is where price ultimately found the most buyers, which ended up causing a big rally in the stock. Remember, this is on a monthly time frame. So all these candles is 1 month of price action. So we were able to push price all the way back up to new all-time highs. Notice the breakout here of the downtrend on this strong candle here that ended up pushing price all the way up to new all-time highs. But these are what I like to call action candles. When price is able to break above a descending trend line on some high volume like this, these are the candles that you want to follow in the market because they ultimately lead to explosive moves. There we go. It's going. Bam. All right, into the new month. So when price breaks out like this is a buy. And this is ultimately what I try to show on this channel. This becomes what I consider to be a high quality trade setup. Let's just speed this up and we'll just let the price run all the way through. So if you were to buy back in here, even on this monthly time frame in February of 2021, we could have caught a giant move. This is ultimately what value investing is. We buy a stock at a very significant level and then trade it up until there's no more buyers and the sellers have to step back in. So ultimately, it looks like we're creating a megaphone pattern here on XOM on a macro scale, which does put price quite a bit higher from where it's at right now. Okay, there we go. So we let that play out. That was a breakout on a macro scale. You could have bought this candle here, the highs of this candle, and played it up to new all-time highs in the market. Price never goes up in a straight line or down in a straight line. It's always like a zigzag pattern. So as long as you're following a macro trend, you'll be able to do well in the markets. It's when you try to fight the trend is ultimately where you can lose a lot of money. Always follow the trend. Okay, so what we have now, we're going to just drop down into the weekly time frame and place some trend lines on the chart. So what we see here is what is known as a megaphone pattern. It's where price makes higher highs and lower lows until ultimately we break out. It's usually a bullish pattern. So if we consolidate on the upper level of this trend line, I believe we'll push higher and then we will just take the opening and move it upwards. So it could put price reaching up here to 150 in the coming months, or it could be by the end of this year. So ultimately, I gave this stock out last Thursday as a potential day trade from a smaller time frame perspective. And a daily chart is not that small. Daily is kind of a longer term time frame, but based off what we've just gone through, the month into the week, now into the daily, it's a smaller time frame, right, from those macro perspectives. We got a break of the downtrend here, and price is now pushed up higher. And we need price to break above these next price levels to ultimately be pushing higher. But what it needs to do is stay above our downtrend here of our descending trend line. So price can come all the way back down to say 113 just to retest this as a support level and then ultimately push back higher. Right now, on this shorter term perspective, we have ran out of buyers to continue pushing price higher. So sellers have pushed the price back down. Looks like just to this gap fill currently. But come Monday, we're going to have to see if this level can hold as some support. But there was a gap to fill on the daily here that looks like got filled with Friday's price action. So the best case scenario would be if price can push back above this support level here at 116.61 with some type of gap up would be really strong come Monday. So if we gapped up to like half this candle and then push price higher, breaking the high of the candle that we got on Friday of 118.88, then we can go attack this level again, 119.98. And ultimately, we'd want to break a nice candle, nice action candle to push price above and stay above the 119 level. Then we could ultimately be pushing on higher up to 123.72. Now remember, on the weekly time frame and the monthly, we have that megaphone pattern. So I won't say this is for certain to happen, but currently this is what price is showing us. I have seen these patterns turn into what is known as a diamond top formation. It looks something like this, where price creates a diamond formation. Then actually this would be considered a top. And then price would have to come down here to like the 101 level and fall for this to be considered what is known as a diamond top. But right now, it looks like a megaphone. We don't have the rest of this pattern to say it's any type of diamond pattern. Ultimately, what technical analysis is just taking price action that has already happened and then using it to predict or try to predict future price action. Let's go back into the daily. So that was all just a hypothetical scenario. What we have here, what price is currently doing, has broken the downtrend and is now trying to create a higher high. You could say with this price action, we are now looking for price to pull back something like this and then push up here. This would be the bullish scenario here on XOM. As long as we can find buyers in this level here, then we should be pushing higher. But say price falls below back into this underneath the trend line, then we're still looking for price to find buyers for a push higher. Probably finding some support at the 200-day moving average. Okay guys, I hope you like my storytelling today here on XOM. This is all hypothetical and we're going to have to see what the price gods have in store for us this week, next week, and into the near future. Thank you guys for watching High Quality Trades, and I'll see you in the next video.